What if the future you're waiting for has already agreed to meet you? What if the promise you desire is not delayed, but accelerating toward you? This is the moment to realize your marriage is already in motion. Your marriage is written, sealed, and approaching fast, because the inner agreement has already been made. Before events appear, decisions are settled within consciousness. When you feel a calm certainty about union, life begins arranging itself accordingly. You may not see the movement yet, but it is precise and unstoppable. Hearts are aligning. Choices are shifting. Hearts are being prepared. Nothing arrives randomly when belief is steady. What feels destined is not chance. It is alignment unfolding. The moment you accept marriage as inevitable, resistance dissolves. When resistance dissolves, speed increases. This is how unseen progress works. Quietly, powerfully, faithfully. When something is written internally, it carries authority. Written means decided. Sealed means protected. Approaching means active. Your marriage does not depend on struggle or persuasion. It responds to acceptance. The moment you stopped questioning your worth, the moment you envisioned stability as normal, momentum began. Life responds to inner conclusions, not outer effort. When the heart settles into certainty, the world reorganizes. Delays fall away because they were never real, only reflections of doubt. Now that certainty has replaced doubt, movement becomes rapid and natural. You are not behind schedule. You are perfectly timed. What felt slow was preparation. What felt confusing was refinement. Every experience sharpened your clarity. Now clarity attracts precision. Precision attracts speed. When you are clear about what you are ready for, life does not hesitate. Marriage approaches faster when you are emotionally aligned with it. Alignment is agreement between desire and identity. When you see yourself as someone meant for partnership, partnership finds you effortlessly. This is not magic. It is law. Inner order creates outer order. There is a difference between wanting and knowing. Wanting waits. Knowing allows. When you know something is yours, you do not chase it. You prepare for it. Preparation is a powerful signal. It tells life you are ready. Your thoughts become calmer. Your reactions become wiser. Your standards become clearer. These shifts influence outcomes rapidly. People respond differently to you. Opportunities open naturally. Conversations deepen. Commitment becomes attractive. Knowing accelerates everything. Your marriage is sealed because it is protected from confusion. When you stop entertaining contradictory beliefs, you protect your outcome. Doubt weakens momentum. Faith strengthens it. Faith is not blind hope. It is inner stability. When stability exists, the path clears. What is meant for you cannot miss you. What aligns with your growth cannot bypass you. Sealing is the act of trust. Trust closes unnecessary doors and opens the right ones quickly. Life moves faster when distractions are removed. Approaching fast does not always look loud. Sometimes it looks like quiet preparation. Sometimes it looks like emotional maturity. Sometimes it looks like letting go of old patterns. Speed is not chaos. Speed is efficiency. When you no longer resist, things happen smoothly. The right person becomes available. The right timing appears. The right words are spoken. This is not coincidence. It is coordination responding to belief. You may feel moments of stillness before movement. Do not confuse stillness with delay. Stillness is alignment settling. When alignment settles, events rush forward. Calm is a sign of readiness. When you feel peaceful about love, love moves faster. Anxiety slows, certainty accelerates. When you trust the process, you remove friction. Friction is what creates delay. Release friction, and the path clears immediately. Your role is not to force outcomes, but to remain faithful to the inner vision. Vision held calmly becomes reality quickly. Do not rehearse fear. Rehearse fulfillment. Feel the relief of being chosen. Feel the security of partnership. These feelings shape behavior and perception. Behavior shapes events. Events shape experience. The chain begins with feeling. Feel settled, and life settles. Feel ready, and life responds. Remember, written means it exists as an inner truth. Sealed means it cannot be undone by doubt. Approaching means it is already moving toward form. You do not need signs to believe. Belief creates signs. Trust what feels inevitable. Inevitability is the language of destiny. When something feels unavoidable, it usually is. Let that knowing anchor you. Anchors create stability. Stability creates speed. Stay present, stay calm, stay aligned. Do not rush what is already approaching fast. Enjoy the unfolding. Gratitude keeps momentum clean. Confidence keeps it strong. Your marriage is not waiting for permission. It already has it. The only thing left is the reveal, and it is closer than you think. Marriage always begins as an inner decision before it ever becomes a visible event. Long before two people stand together, the mind and heart quietly agree that union is natural and expected. This inner decision reshapes how you see yourself and the world. You stop behaving like someone waiting to be chosen and start living like someone already aligned with partnership. Your thoughts soften, your emotions stabilize, and your expectations become calm. This internal shift sends a powerful signal. Life responds not to wishes but to decisions. When marriage becomes a settled conclusion inside you, circumstances begin rearranging without effort. Encounters feel purposeful. Conversations gain depth. Opportunities for connection appear naturally. The outer world simply reflects the inner conclusion you have already reached. What once felt distant now feels inevitable, because you are no longer asking for permission. You have already decided, and reality always follows decision. Certainty has a unique power, because it removes resistance. When you are certain, you stop checking, chasing, and questioning. This absence of inner conflict allows life to move freely. Doubt creates pauses, because it sends mixed signals. One part of you wants, while another hesitates. Certainty unifies intention. When your desire and belief move in the same direction, momentum builds quickly. Life accelerates to match clarity. People respond faster. Situations resolve smoothly. Opportunities align with less effort. Certainty is not loud or emotional. It is calm and grounded. It feels like knowing rather than hoping. This knowing shortens the distance between desire and experience. When doubt fades, delays lose their function. What remains is flow. Flow carries things forward at a pace that feels almost surprising, yet completely natural. Certainty does not push. It allows speed to happen on its own. When something is accepted internally, it becomes protected from confusion externally. Acceptance closes the door to second guessing. It creates emotional boundaries that prevent outside influences from shaking your belief. When you fully accept marriage as part of your path, you stop entertaining contradictory thoughts. This mental consistency acts like a seal. It preserves momentum. Confusion often comes from holding opposing ideas at the same time. Acceptance resolves that conflict. Once resolved, energy becomes focused instead of scattered. Focus strengthens outcomes. Life responds clearly when your inner message is clear. Distractions lose their grip. Wrong paths fade away. The right direction becomes obvious. Protection is not force, it is clarity. When you are clear about what belongs to you, you no longer negotiate with doubt. That clarity safeguards your progress and allows events to unfold without interference. What is accepted deeply is rarely shaken. When your sense of identity matches what you desire, movement becomes unstoppable. Alignment occurs when who you believe you are agrees with what you want to experience. If you see yourself as someone worthy of commitment, stable love finds you naturally. Misalignment creates effort, while alignment creates ease. When identity and desire conflict, progress feels slow. When they agree, progress feels automatic. You start making choices that support your future without conscious effort. Your standards rise. Your patience deepens. Your energy becomes consistent. Life responds to consistency with momentum. Opportunities appear because you are ready to meet them. People sense alignment as confidence and reliability. This attracts situations that match your self-concept. Momentum builds quietly but steadily. Nothing needs to be forced because everything is already moving in the same direction. Alignment is powerful because it removes internal resistance, and without resistance, movement becomes inevitable. Calm faith is more effective than anxious effort, because calm creates openness. Anxiety tightens the mind and narrows perception. Calm expands awareness and allows solutions to appear. When you trust the outcome, you stop trying to control every detail. This trust relaxes your nervous system and sharpens your intuition. You become more receptive to timing, opportunities, and guidance. Anxious effort often pushes against resistance, while calm faith moves with flow. Flow carries things forward smoothly. When you are calm about marriage, you communicate emotional safety. Emotional safety invites commitment. Faith is not passivity, it is confidence without tension. It allows you to act when needed and wait when appropriate. This balance accelerates outcomes. Life moves faster when it is not being forced. Calm faith clears the path by removing fear. And fear is often the biggest obstacle to progress. Preparation is a silent language that signals readiness. When you prepare emotionally, mentally, and practically, you communicate that you are ready to receive. Preparation is not about rushing. It is about alignment. You begin thinking like someone who expects partnership. You organize your life with space for another. You refine your values and boundaries. These actions speak louder than desire alone. Life responds to readiness more than longing. When you prepare, you remove excuses for delay. Preparation creates confidence, and confidence attracts alignment. You are no longer waiting for life to change before you act. You are acting because you know change is coming. This proactive energy invites swift movement. Opportunities recognize preparedness. When readiness is present, timing accelerates. What you are prepared for often arrives sooner than expected because nothing stands in the way. Periods of stillness are often misunderstood. Stillness is not stagnation. It is consolidation. During stillness, inner alignment strengthens. Beliefs settle. Emotional clarity deepens. This phase prepares the foundation for rapid movement. When a structure is being reinforced, outward motion may pause briefly. But once alignment is complete, progress happens quickly. Stillness removes unnecessary motion, so that necessary motion can be effective. It allows you to release old patterns and expectations. This release clears space. When space is clear, movement becomes direct. Many breakthroughs follow periods of quiet certainty. The mind stops resisting and the heart becomes steady. From this steadiness, action emerges naturally. Stillness is a sign that things are coming together beneath the surface. When movement resumes, it does so with precision and speed, because preparation is complete. What feels inevitable within you is already forming outside of you. Inevitability is not urgency. It is certainty without tension. When something feels unavoidable, you stop worrying about how it will happen. This lack of worry removes interference. Life responds by arranging events smoothly. Inevitability carries confidence, and confidence shapes perception. You notice opportunities instead of obstacles. You respond instead of react. This inner knowing influences outcomes subtly but powerfully. People and circumstances align with what you expect deeply. When expectation is steady, reality adjusts to meet it. Inevitability creates patience, and patience allows timing to unfold perfectly. What you trust fully no longer needs to be chased. It moves toward you naturally. Inner certainty acts like gravity, drawing experiences into form. When something feels destined within you, it is already on its way.